Hello everyone, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be doing a real versus fake on the ASAP Guest shirts. Now the reason I'm doing this video is because basically there is a lot of fakes on the market and not a lot of people know how to tell the difference. There's one video on YouTube at the moment how to spot the difference, and it's really bad. So I have got a fake one with me today, and I'm going to be showing you how to spot a fake one. Now, I don't usually do a lot of YouTube videos, so I've got some notes, so please bear with me. I'm going to do just a little introduction as I go through this video. These shirts were very limited. Guests didn't expect these to be popular for the first release. So the first release of these shirts were very limited. It was so popular the website crashed. If anyone remembers the first drop, it was a nightmare to get them. There's a few colours that were very, very rare from the first release. Now the first release, the two rarest colours were the red and white, and this was definitely the rarest one, the orange and blue. Some of these colourways only released in America, but they did get re-released twice, which in the second release they did come over to Europe. That was the blue and yellow, and the two different versions of that, and this one here. Firstly, let's just say, looking at the standard ones, there's 4 versions. There's 2 versions of the fakes, and the first version's bad, but there's some that are so bad that I'm not even going to talk about, because you'll be able to tell after this video. So you've got the first gen. Now this is the first gen ASAP Guest shirt. This is the very first release. And this is the second drop. This is the re-release, and this is the fake. So first of all, the 2017, I think the 2016-2017, some fakes did come out, and they were very bad. Now, if you can tell by these collars, they're not flat. People call them bacon collars. Now all of these have them. Even this fake one has the bacon collar. You can see the crinkles. Now the 2016-17 fakes didn't have the crinkled collar. It was a completely flat, and that was a big, you could easily tell. Now the thing is, this is important, these fakes are still on the market everywhere. So if you want to spot straight away how to get rid of, by a process of elimination, a bad fake, if it doesn't have the bacon collar, and you can see it here, it's crisp, it's not flat, it's crinkled up, you can see it here, and even on this fake it has the bacon collar. But to make it easier, if you don't see a bacon collar and it's completely flat, it's fake. Now that is getting out the old fakes out of the way. So the reason I've got the first gen real one and the second gen real one is because there's quite a big difference between the first gen. Now the first gen ones were cheaper and better quality than the second gen one. Basically, guests realised how popular this was, then they cut a few corners. As you can see, the embroidery just isn't the same on these second ones. Some of the little other things as well. For the second drop, guests made them a bit more expensive. So another thing as well, these shirts, the real ones, these were selling for, they were about, well this one here was $49. This was the retail for the second release. These were only about £30 to £35. So they bumped the price up quite a lot, and they cut corners. These aren't as good as these ones, but these ones are cheaper. So these were actually reselling for almost double, triple, depending on the price. Some of these rarer colourways, a red and white one, a real one, is worth a lot of money, and they don't pop up a lot because people didn't sell them. Same with the orange and blue. A real one should cost easily over £100, $100, but they're very hard to come by. Basically, because the fakes have been produced so much, these aren't worth anything anymore because people can't tell the difference between a real and a fake. They've completely ruined the price because people are buying these and they don't know the difference, and it's honestly hilarious how bad these are worth nothing now. I'm trying to sell a ringer over in the corner. It's 100% authentic. I had to queue up 5 hours early before the guest shop opened in London to get that, and I can't sell it because people, the price is completely deflated because of how many fakes are on the market. And kind of annoys me that Guess stopped making them, because I mean Guess have lost absolutely a fortune from it. On the market on eBay, Depop is awful for fakes, although I did actually pick up a real one on Depop the other day. There is I can promise you there is more fakes on the market than real ones, so it's really bad. The prices have plummeted because, and the thing is, another thing as well, if you can tell, I'm helping everyone out here, if you can tell the difference between a real and a fake after this video, you'll be able to get authentic Guess shirts for a fair price, a good price. Another thing is just make sure you're checking feedback and stuff. If people are selling other stuff that you're a bit wary of and that's fake, then it probably is. So yeah, I know in the comments people are going to ask, where did you buy this from? I'm not promoting where I got this from. It's not hard to find where they are, because I know people are going to want to find out where to buy fakes. That just happens. Oh, I can't tell the difference. Look, if you want to buy a fake, just stop watching the video and go online. Just go online and find a fake one. This video isn't for you. You don't have to comment, oh, just buy a fake one. You don't have to watch the video, okay? This video is for people that want to buy the authentic stuff, okay? If you want to buy a fake, just leave the video, exit out. And I'm not telling you where I got them from. It's not that hard to find them either. It's not hard to find them. The reason is people are trying to sell fakes as real shirts, and I don't like that. I think that's really unfair. So there's some things, let's just get into it. How to tell the difference between the real and the fake. So for the fake, alright, so the Gen 1, there's a few differences between Gen 1. Like I said, the embroidery is a bit different. Here's the thing as well. This is Gen 1. Gen 1 has, oh, also, yeah, some people think just because it has the red line here, that doesn't mean it's real. Okay, that's a fake and it has it. All the fakes have the red line. Gen 1 has this. Let me just focus on that. Gen 1 has white behind the red stitching. If it has that, it's usually authentic. There are other signs, process of elimination. So yeah, the dollar signs, here's a weird thing. Some of these have dollar signs, some of them don't. Now, with the Gen 1, don't know if you can tell, but the tag it's not raw at the edges, it's got kind of like a stitching at the end of it. The Gen 2 doesn't have that, and the fake doesn't have that either. Now the red and white one and the navy blue one, as you can tell, both of these only released in Gen 1. So for a red shirt, the red shirt should have the full white stitching. So first of all, this is fake, you can tell it doesn't have the Gen 1. Another thing is it has raw edges. Now it shouldn't have raw edges because this only released in Gen 1, just like the orange and navy. That was only Gen 1, so that should also have, and there you go, Gen 1 with a white with the red stitching there. So Gen 1 sizing is exactly the same between Gen 2. Here's the thing, with the fakes are cheaper, so in the factory the sizing is going to be different, but there's actually a bit of a difference between the fake sizing. So these are all size large. Gen 1 sizing is 48 centimeters shoulder, 25 centimeters arm length, 59 centimeters pit to pit, 75 centimeters top of collar to bottom of hem. Gen 2 sizing is the same, and the fake is 4 centimeters longer in the shoulder. It's 52 centimeters. The arm length is 26.5 centimeters, so it's 1.5 centimeters longer in the arm. But the pit to pit is 1 centimeter shorter, it's 58 centimeters, and the length is the same on the fake, which is 75 centimeters. But yeah, like I said, all the reels should all match up. So all the reels should have the exact same measurements. But yeah, the fakes, because they've got cheaper quality control, they're all going to be different sizes. Yeah, I've also got a ringer over here. These have been faked, but not very well. If it does have, I know some of these do have the dollar signs, but if it has the Los Angeles tag, it's usually authentic. Another thing, I've got a tape measure here. I've already measured it out. The font on the real Gen 1 and Gen 2 is both 25 centimeters long. Just double check. Yeah, 25 centimeters long. That's Gen 1 and Gen 2. Now with the fakes, it is 23 centimeters long. 23 centimeters. So first of all, yeah, 2 centimeters longer on the real ones. The fake ones are shorter. With the ringer, now I don't have a fake, but this is 29 centimeters long. So if you do have a fake and it's shorter, that's an easy way to tell. The fakes are pretty bad at the ringers as well. Now the next test is with a UV light. Anyone into streetwear, I recommend getting a UV light, just because some reason, well, they're just handy. You can get them for very cheap. So there is a few differences. Now, Gen 1, you can see the whole tag glows, including the stitching below originals. Gen 2, only the stitching glows. Only the stitching you can see underneath originals. Now on the fake, none of it glows. Absolutely none of it. So like I said, all of it glows, including the line on Gen 1. Gen 2, the stitching glows underneath originals. So both of these are authentic. And then, yeah, with the fake, none of it glows. Should be able to see that. None of it, not even the stitching underneath originals. So that's a big giveaway. With the ringer, now I don't have a fake ringer, but I'll just show you. It does glow. Yeah. Another thing with the UV light is, this is the, I've swapped them around, but the Gen 1, you can see it doesn't really glow too much apart from around the edges. With the Gen 2, same sort of thing, just glows around where some of the excess cotton is from the embroidery, but the fake, as you can see, the whole thing glows up. Here's a zoom out. You can just see this doesn't glow in comparison. So if your embroidery glows up like the red and white one, 100% fake. See, none of these glow, just the fakes. I was talking about the white stripes glowing. As you can see, the fake one does glow, the grey one doesn't. This is a real one, navy blue. The cotton candy one does actually glow. Obviously this is different, the ringer, but the cotton candy one does glow. But with the original classic ones, with the navy stripe, the grey and white stripe, and the red and white stripe, they shouldn't glow. As you can see, the navy one doesn't glow with the white stripes. Neither does the grey, but the red and white, that shouldn't glow either, but it does glow. Something as well, just going over the embroidery. On the fake, you might be able to tell that the letter A is significantly higher than the other letters, whereas on the real ones, it's actually not really any higher. So yeah, on the A, you can see, not by a lot, but it's very noticeable when you compare it to a real one. So you've got this stitch in here, which is the seam of the shirt, just here. Now with the real one, it has a line that just goes here. It's a separate line. With the fake, they use the same stitching for the seam to connect the shirt, the same stitching they use to actually attach the tag. So yeah, big giveaway there. If you want to see a picture, when you see the tag, if it's got a line that is not from the seam, it's just a single line. And I can use this here as well. See, it's separate, but yeah, with the fake, they've used the seam, just you know, cutting corners. And also the tag is, you can see all the information from the tag is actually covered up by the stitching, whereas on the real one, you should be able to see it. Even though there is a line, there is a line of stitching going over some of the writing, but it's still real, you know. But on the fake, you can't see any of it because it's all covered up. Another thing is, this is the ringer shirt, the rainbow. This is the ringer shirt. The tag is slightly different. Just focus it. So the tag looks like it actually is. The tag is actually directly attached to the seam. So I have got loads of different ASAP Guest shirts just to wrap the video up. Some people probably want to see some of the shirts I've got. This is Gen 1. Gen 1 shirt. This is the ice cream collection. This is the Gen 1 logo shirt. I think Gen 1, I'm not sure actually. Another ice cream shirt. Another thing is with you know, if you get all this bag stuff, it's usually the real deal. I don't even think they make this for the fakes. Another ice cream shirt. Oh yeah, so with the ice cream shirts, I've actually got two. This is a real one, but I've got this in Selfridges, and it was a factory floor. This is what I mean with the Gen 2 stuff. It's a huge factory floor. You can see the embroidery is really low down, but I still bought this because I thought it was really cool, really unique. So I bought that just because I thought maybe it might be worth something. I'm not really sure. This is the Gen 2, blue and yellow, not Gen 1. This is Gen 2. This shirt was worth an absolute fortune until it got re-released in Gen 2. But yeah, as you can see, some of these do have the dollar signs on the tag. These are all Gen 2. But the classic, the navies, the whites, navy and white, the grey and white, never had the dollar sign on them, I don't believe. So the pink and blue does have dollar. And this one is from, can't remember, but this one's very nice. And yeah, the stitching's really nice quality. Couple more. This one's just a vintage guest shirt. That wraps up, I think, the video. Hopefully after this, you guys can tell the difference between a real and fake one. Like I said, I wouldn't go too much off the dollar signs because some of them have them. Some of them have the dollar signs. Some of them don't. You know, it's a regional thing as well. Some of the, you know, the US release might get different to the Europe release for the tags, stuff like, you know, why has it got Los Angeles on it? I don't know, but that's how Guess made the real ones. Some of the reals have the dollar, some of them don't. But yeah, that wraps up the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Thumbs up, subscribe, comment, anything you want to know, just let me know. Thanks.